Manager, what's up? Hi employee, as you see, I have brought the CEO of the company to this meeting. Yes, I wanted to come because this is absolutely ridiculous and it has to stop now. I'm sorry, what has to stop now? Manager has filled me in on this, and I can tell you right now that you will not be getting a penny for injury to your feelings. This is absolutely outrageous. I did let CEO know that injury to feelings is a legal term, but I don't care what it's called. I will not be compensating you to any injury of feelings. This is like such snowflake bullshit. I cannot believe that you think that this is a thing. No, this stops here. You are being ridiculous. I'm putting a stop to it now. Just check, have you spoken to the ACAS conciliator about this issue? Do you have any idea about the severity of the case or anything like that, CEO? I'm not going to get involved in these details. The only thing I know is that something crossed my desk that said tens of thousands of pounds for an injury to feelings, and now I am here because that is not going to happen. Okay, well, I'm not gonna debate this with you, so I guess I'll just see you in employment tribunal. I mean, if you can just let the ACAS conciliator know that we won't be able to find a resolution here. No, if you wouldn't mind, could you please just explain to CEO what injury to feeling is, because me and the lawyers haven't quite managed it yet, and you do explain things so well. I was just hoping maybe you could explain to CEO and we could try and get this still resolved. I would appreciate it. Yeah, justify your snowflake compensation to me. I'm looking forward to this. Okay, so this is definitely not my job, but since it might help others, I will explain this to you. The thing about most employment tribunal awards is that they're tied to your salary. So you might get compensated for the amount of time that you weren't paid, or maybe X month salary, or you could use the basic award calculation for things like unfair dismissal. But if you are a lower paid person, it might mean that something terrible could have happened to you, but you would be compensated for it by a very small amount of money. So it's not tied to your financial losses, it's trying to do something else. That's right, it's essentially trying to make up for the fact that something devastating could have happened that you need compensation for that might not be down to how many weeks you couldn't work or how many days you weren't paid, etc. That's all very noble, but I don't care about that. That's kind of the point of the award. The award is down to the fact that obviously you don't care about the feelings of people and are willing to put them through very distressing, humiliating, terrible situations that are related to discrimination or whistleblowing. Everything is about feelings these days. Feelings this, feelings that. It's ridiculous. Well, you're exhibiting a lot of feelings right now, but you think that they are legitimate. So is it really just a case of feelings that you don't agree with or don't care about, don't have any value? However, I am not a fragile snowflake who doesn't need thousands of pounds to be given to me just because my feelings are hurt. The award goes from like £1,000 up to 50-something thousand pounds. So yeah, it could be a lot of money, but if you look at the cases where those awards are given, you know, this is cases where people, they can't sleep, they can't eat, they're unable to return to work for ages, they've lost all of their confidence, their relationships are ruined. I mean, that's going to take a lot of time and counselling and support to kind of rebuild their lives. You're asking for £11,000 for this. Is that what you've been going through? You seem fine to me. I'm patient and calm right now because I kind of have to be, but this has been absolutely awful for me. I mean, honestly, I feel like I'm going to puke every morning before I come into work, and then I just have to force myself to shove all of those feelings down. But the campaign of harassment that I have had to go through has made me have to get medication. I haven't been able to actually go out and see any of my friends. I've actually developed a bit of agoraphobia. I go to work, I force myself to be here, I spend a lot of time explaining things I shouldn't have to explain to people who should know better, I go home, I fall asleep because I'm exhausted, and that is my life right now. I am a shell of the person that I was before. So if you can suck it up, why are you asking us for this money? I wasn't asking for this money to begin with. I was asking for the harassment to stop. And when it was clear that that wasn't going to happen, and then you just ignored me, and then you tried to tell me that it was my own fault, and I went through all of this horribleness, then I just want to be able to walk away with a fair settlement that reflects what I have gone through, what I would potentially win in tribunal, and then get on with my life. That's all I want here. Do you really think that you would win £11,000 in injury to feelings in tribunal? Well, if you read the cases, injury to feelings has 3 bands. They're called the Vento bands. The top band is the one that goes up to 50-something thousand pounds, and that's for like the most serious, most extreme cases when people's lives have been completely ruined by what happened. And at the other end, it's the one-off kind of incidents where maybe a slur happened or one incident happened and it was humiliating and distressing, but it didn't, like, you know, permanently impact them or cause any huge issues. This has been going on for months. I can point to medical evidence of the diagnosis that I've had as a result of this. I can point to the pills that I'm having to take now. I can show document notes from my doctor, from my mental health support workers, documenting how upset and distressed I've been. I can bring in evidence from other coworkers about me crying at work. I have strong evidence to show that this could fall into the middle band. Right at the bottom of that middle band is the £11,000. So you're saying that we're going to have to go to tribunal and you're going to have to show all of that stuff. Are you sure you want to do all of that? It sounds like this has been awful for you and your feelings. Don't you just want to stop it now and just go? I can't tell you how much I would love to stop it just now and go. That is why I am trying to reach a settlement with you. Please, will you just settle for me for a fair amount of money? Remember, even if I won this amount at tribunal, you would still have to pay this and all of your lawyer fees. This is a good deal for you. I know what I'm doing. Do you know what you're doing? Of course I know what I'm doing. Okay, fine. What I have heard here today is that you are emotionally fragile and you do not have what it takes to keep going. So I will see you in employment tribunal. Is that what we just heard here? Is that what we heard? Okay, fine. I will let ACAS know. I will get my early conciliation certificate number, and then you should see an ET1 notification coming your way within about a month's time. You'll have another month to reply with your ET3. Fine. And I will be personally handling this from now on.